Look over here. You see, ow, crap, ow. Yo, cry for that, man. You cry over here. There's real tears. Look at that. Real tears. That shit hurt. Oh, man.
Better here than the ring.
Oh, no. Probably poop myself next. What's next? Oh, good day. I'm telling you, it's been a bad day. Mom's mad at me from the get-go. I don't even know. Just tired, trying to survive in a white man's world. Or like, there's a squirrel trying to get a nut, Raymond. You know the song. It's a squirrel trying to get a nut. Everything. Ain't allowed to even have one. Not even the shell of one. Like, not even the shell. Can't even use the shell to collect water. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Ready? Ready, Raymond? Are you been ready?
Want some, get some, bad enough, take some.
Hello and welcome to episode 45 of Fang and the Bag with Gangrel and the lovely Ana Blanca Diaz. ABD over there, that's right.
Forgetting my initials again?
No, I'm tired. It was a really long weekend. A lot of travel, not a lot of sleep. I don't forget anything. I just don't remember stuff, that's all.
Okay.
There's a difference. Not remembering and forgetting, right? You forget, you forget. If you don't remember, you don't remember. Is there a difference? I think there's a difference. But good morning, hello, and how's everybody doing? Whether this is the morning, the afternoon, or whenever you're listening to it, I hope everybody's alive and well and breathing air and above ground, and the sun is shining on your face and may you taste it on your tongue. What we got going on? We got coming up. So right out the bat, let's just bang these holiday. Happy Easter and Passover coming up Friday, or happy Passover and Good Friday this Friday, and happy Easter on Sunday to all them. And if my grandson's listening out there, happy birthday to him. Saturday coming up. I'm sure it's all before the weekend. So everybody, to all your religions, happy holidays and happy celebrations and whatnot. Mm-hmm. All right, so I think I covered that. So I'm PC and not canceled yet. There we go. So it is one of those generations. If anybody cancel me, I'll end up canceling myself. I think I'm just gonna cancel.
You're just cancel yourself.
I'm just gonna do a campaign to cancel myself. Cancel old Gang Grizzle. Get him out of here so he doesn't. No more podcasts. No more having to watch him limp around the ring and wrestle, because I'm sure a lot of people had to watch me limp around the ring this weekend. Where was I this weekend? What did I go? Friday. Friday was home team, hometown. Home team, hometown, CCW. So that was this Friday right here at the, what was it, the Hialeah? You weren't there. It was the Hialeah one. You're in the Miami Springs one. You did the Saturday show, right?
Yeah.
So I did Friday. I did Friday at Hialeah. Unbranded Brewery. Yeah, it was a surprise thing. And one of my longtime nemesis and foes, AC, Alex Chamberlain. I was when I got there and I saw I pulled and had Alex Chamberlain on the card, I was excited about it. I've done many battles with him, but one it was a trust thing. See, I wanted to put my back to the test, with the stem cells. I'm coming off my second treatment of stem cells, integrated pain management. Thank you for healing me up there well and everything. So with him, he's a bigger guy, 240, 250, maybe 260. I don't know, depending upon what mood, if he's on his period or not. I don't know.
He's a little bloated.
He's bloated or whatever he is. But he's leaning down and looking mean. He's looking really good. And he was a fighting machine this Friday. He definitely was a fighting machine. He came in, so you can put your body to the test health-wise to see what you can and can't do, but at a safe level. And we went in there and we went to war and had a good time. And I pulled back out. In 4 months, I haven't done a power slam. I pulled the power slam back out. I was slammed off the top rope, through some stairs, through some stuff, different things. But I had an offense. But with my back was bad. My back was really hurting, and it still hurts. Don't get me wrong. It's not. I'm still struggling with it, but it is so much better. I had no offense at all. I could get beat on. I could do flips and flops and land on my back all day long, but I couldn't do any power moves. I couldn't pick people up for just the simplest things as a body slam. But Friday, I was moving and grooving. Feeling really good. So got through that, and The only downside of everything is I had to be at the airport at like 5 a.m. So got about an hour of sleep Friday night, and I was off to the airport Saturday to Columbus, Ohio. A kind of connection in there somewhere through Charlotte. The hardest part of that, my weekend, was my connections, because twice I went through Charlotte. And if everybody ever flies through the Charlotte International Airport, Charlotte Douglas International Airport, the bigger planes come into the A, B, C gates and D, right? But there's this E gates that are the littler planes, the 900s or whatever. And man, that gate, when you come in B and you're at the end of B, and you see that you're connecting an E14 or E50 or whatever, you got about with good knees, young man's ankles and calves that don't cramp. It's a 30-minute walk. 30 minutes. There's no express train through there to get you to them E gates. It's a 30-minute walk, healthy. So when you land and you only got 30 minutes before your flight takes off, and it's a 30-minute walk, I don't even know how you're supposed to make it with your good legs. But luckily, my flights came in early both days, and so I had an extra 15, 20 minutes to hustle over those gates. But that hurt. That tore me up trying to get over those gates.
Can only imagine.
That I felt on my back and my knees. But I think even the healthiest people feel that when they're getting through that airport. So Columbus went good. Friday night, full house. CCW, congratulations. I mean, it was stacked all the way to the front of the brewery. Man, I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say 600. I don't even know how many people were jammed in there, but it sounded like 1,000 because they were drinking. They were. It's a brewery.
Yeah. Those crowds always sound louder.
And big steel cage match that night was on top. Kylan King and somebody.
Marina Tucker.
Kylan, Killing Queen, and on top of Marina Tucker. And a steel cage. Very good night of wrestling. A very full house. It was a good weekend of wrestling. Saturday, got to Columbus, Ohio. Had about an hour drive. Went straight to a signing from 1 to 5. Got to see a lot of people like Too Cold Scorpio. Hacksaw Duggan was there. The Rock and Roll Express, baby. Rock and roll. La 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 la. Rock and Roll is king. Rock and Roll Express. Oh, so many. Who else was there? So many people. I'm going blank. Tony Atlas was there. Good to see Tony Atlas.
It's a long signing, though.
The signing 1 to 5, or 1 to 6. It was 5 hours. Yeah, the signing was in the fire. But all these people that are doing the signing, like Rob Van Dam, Sabu, there was a lot of people. This little signing, and then we did the show started at 6:30. So signing ended at 6. The show started at 6:30. So I'd say they drew about. I don't know. It was the building. I'm not good at drawing crowds, but I heard they said they drew 2,000. And I know that they did a different venue the month before, and they drew over 3,000. So I worked a fellow named Sean Casey. So it was a solid house that night. Who else was on there? Lance Archer was on. Let's not take away from Lance Archer. Curtis Hughes, Mr. Hughes. Mm-hmm. So a lot of old timers mixed with some current roster guys and a couple up and comers. So very balanced show, very good balanced show. Tremendous house that day. And then again, I was over an hour away from the airport, which meant I had Robert Gibson of the Rock and Roll Express banging on my door at 3 a.m. You ready to go, Dave? Of course I was ready to go. I'm a professional. Well, I thought we were meeting at 3:30, but he was the Rock and Roll Express, man. They've been doing it 100 years, man, selling out towns and curing frowns. So he was up and ready to roll and get to the next town, and so I was too. I just came out there, and we had to wait on Coco Beware. Coco was like, "I thought y'all said 3:30, man." I'm the old bird, man. Everybody knows Coco. He does the bird. He still does the bird. He did the bird that night at the show. And see, the Rock and Roll Express wrestled Lance Archer and Mr. Hughes. That was a good match. And then, I think Coco Beware, he just came out and did the bird. All these Hall of Famers there, so they had some Hall of Famers on the show. But so it was me, Robert Gibson, Coco Beware, and then there was this guy. And this guy, all the day before, you could tell he didn't want to give us a ride to the airport. He had a trailer. He goes, I got to get a trailer. I got to pull this. I got to cook out and smoke out and this and that the next day. He has a barbecue thing. So he's rolling in from wherever. They had an after party. But me, Coco, and Robert, of course, I don't know, because we're older or whatever, we chose to go to bed and try to get an hour of sleep instead of stay up that hour. We went to bed, opted over a shower in an hour. A shower in an hour. That was the program, and that's the program we took. A lot of people chose to go. Well, Bill Alfonso was on the show too. Fonzie, he was there. But a lot of people chose to go to the after party thing and just stay up the hour or two, whatever it was. You're gonna stay up. But so this fella, he was rolling in as we were waiting, and we were like, you could tell he was trying to find somebody else to take us, but they couldn't get Bushwhacker Luke and somebody else. There's a lot of people on the show. Bushwhacker Luke was there. Yeah, Bushwhacker Luke is somebody else. They couldn't fit us all in there, so this guy had to drive us to the airport, and he acted like it wasn't a big deal. But he goes, "Well, if I have to, you know." When anybody says if I have to, you know they don't want to. Anytime to go, "Well, if I have to," you know. But you know they're going over there. Can we figure out like you know on the. And then when it goes, and then I think Robert Gibson said, "No, we want you to," and he's like, yeah, all right. Well, I go an hour a different direction, but that's cool. We're good. You know, it's not cool and it's not good. So this guy already is probably not happy about this. So we're clipping along to the airport. Everything's going good, and man, the bubblegum lights come on, red and blue, red and blue. The popo, the 50, the man, pull us over, and well. Apparently, the fella didn't have taillights in his trailer. He was pulling us. You know, they weren't working or something. But was it Coco's like, get your seatbelt on, vampire. We're going to get tickets. And I said, we're in the back seat. Get him on. I'm trying to get that seatbelt. I didn't know where the seatbelt was. I was still thinking about I still needed another hour. Like another hour and another shower to kick out of this. But here we are. But I don't know. I never got the seatbelt on. And then I see Robert Gibson. He threw his seatbelt on, and then the police came up on his side and whatever. Nice police officer. He was nice. He seen it was wrestlers or whatever, and the guy he tells him to put his hazards on. The hazards work, so he doesn't give him a ticket for the light. He doesn't give him a ticket for the expired tag. A year, almost 6 months expired tag. But what he gives him a ticket for is wearing a seatbelt under his armpit. Wearing the seatbelt the wrong way. He says, I'm going to give you a break. I'm going to give you a $91 ticket for wearing your seatbelt the wrong way. Is that fair? And the guy's like, that's fair. Now, I guess he could have gave him a ticket for lights. Could have gave him a ticket for the expired tag. You know, which was court had to show up to in Ohio. I don't know if the guy lived in Ohio or where the guy lived. He said he lived an hour a different direction. Where, I don't know. but then, you know, the police officer being all nice and everything, and Robert Gibson's like, yeah, well, we're just trying to get to that airport like now. He's like, he's ready to go, man. He's like me. You think I'm like, he's like me. But he's got more seniority, so people are going to listen to him more than they listen to me. So if I say, hey, I want to go, they're like, all right, Gangrel, we'll try to get it worked out. When he says he got to go, they're like, okay. You know, he's like, so he's telling the cop, hey, we got to go. Like, cop's like, you're going to be fine. The airport's just a half hour more up there. He's like, well, we got to go. The police officer's trying to talk to Robert Gibson about more stuff, and then Robert Gibson just cut him off. Like, basically, I rigged him. Hey, we gotta get out of here. Let's just go. Like, I think the guy driving us was worried the police were gonna pull us over again because Robert Gibson just healed on the cop. Hey, we gotta get to the airport, man. And the cop's thinking, hey, I just cut him a deal. I didn't give him a ticket for the tag lights or that tag. Just gave him a seatbelt ticket. And then I think you could hear Robert Gibson before the cop walked away. He goes, well, that wasn't really nice of him. He could have let you go, periodly. But man of my heart and true concern, he's ready to get to the airport just like me. You know how I am. How am I when I try to get to an airport? By the way, good morning, and how are you over there?
I'm all right.
Have you even said a word today or anything besides
I think I might have said yeah.
Okay, all right. So,
I said Marina Tucker.
Oh, Marina Tucker. There you go. So, you know how I am about getting to airports. I am anal. I am. Nobody wants to travel with me, especially overseas, because I don't mess around.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you just, like, you say you want to get there an hour before, which is on time, but then you'll end up getting there 2 hours. 3, or whatever, yeah.
I don't want an hour. I always have 2 in my head.
Well, with anything, you'll want to get there an hour early.
Well, if I have a doctor's appointment.
But an hour early turns into like an hour and a half, 2 hours, which is a little ridiculous. Just saying.
Well, is it ridiculous if I get a flat tire? Or if we get pulled over by the police? Or...
Why are you getting pulled over by the police?
Well, the tag lights of this guy, or not tag lights, is brake lights, I guess, on the trailer. I'm just saying, if we'd left when they wanted to leave, and we would have got pulled over, we would have been late. Stressed. Wouldn't have been able to gone in there, got through the security line, cool, calm, like my mom, with a couple bags in my palm, blood and yellow, purple pills. I'll take a couple, whatever. But little D12, Eminem, shout out there. Yeah, no, I want to get through security, cool and calm. I don't want to be running through there sweating and worried and cranky and grizzled. I want to smooth go through there like Mr. Snuffleupagus. You know who Mr. Snuffleupagus is?
I have heard of
Sesame Street, that big elephant, Mr. Snuffleupagus. I want to move at that pace through security, not sweating, not stressing. Get over there, sit down. Well, and usually I am so damn early to the airports in the morning, nothing's open. I look around and go, well, damn, I guess I'm going to be hungry. But I'm here. And then I go over to water fountain. I make it work. It's just, I hate, you don't use the word hate, but I feel very uncomfortable when I'm running late. So you're panicking, you're stressing, so your mind's going, your heart starts racing, so you start sweating. Then you get through, so then you start making mistakes in the security line. Although I have pre-check and clear, but I have no excuse to want to rush through airports. But I have those things because of the stress level. But then I just don't want to be that guy that walks on the plane last because it's my fault, sweating, and then go, what do you mean I'm in the middle seat? Like I had an aisle seat, something goes wrong. So if I get there early, I go, if there's a problem there, I switch it. But when you're running late, they move something on you or something changes, then you're angry, sweaty, over hungry, everything, all above. And you can sit down in that middle seat and you just sit down mad, bowing out elbows on people, Yeah, no. I just choose to avoid all that and be very peaceful, calm, and tranquil. Get on that plane, get my window seat F side, get my gangster lean to the right, and before that thing's off on the runway, I'm out. You've seen it, your mom's seen it, anybody's traveled me. No one knows I'm just knocked out. Like, I sleep better on planes than I sleep anywhere. So when I say, I didn't get any sleep, I had flights all the time. I'm probably fibbing because I slept on all those flights. If I'm in the window seat, if I'm in the aisle seat, I can't sleep. If I'm on the A side, my left arm side, left shoulder, left arm side, I can't sleep. I can only sleep on the right side.
Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's from all the years of professional wrestling feeding that left arm. I don't know. Always going that way. That's the only side I can sleep to. I don't know. I've broke my neck twice. It might have something to do with it. Like, I know when I go to get on planes, people see me coming and they're thinking, this guy's going to lean his seat back for sure. And I never lean my seat back because I can't. Because when I broke my neck, my arms will go completely numb and the needles and stuff. So I have to sit. If you look at my truck when I'm riding, everything else, you'll always see my seats are always up. I have to have my seat up because I can't lean back for a period of time. And I can't lean forward for a period of time.
But what about like when you're leaning back, like at home, like in the recliner?
You don't always see me asking for a thing to put behind my head.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to put something or fold something up behind my head so my head's not.
So your head has to be up.
Yeah, I can't have my head go back because I lose feeling, or forward, I lose feeling in both arms. They told me to fuse. They wanted me to fuse my neck when I broke it the second time, and I had to retire wrestling. So I opted to go through therapy and pass all the tests and continue wrestling and take my own health in my own hands. And I signed all the paperwork saying I was responsible for whatever. But I got cleared. I passed all the tests, and I've been wrestling another 20 more years since that. But I do have repercussions, and I have to answer from some of my choices. So that's why very particular how I sleep with pillows and different things like that. So, professional wrestling, you pay a price in a lot of ways. You don't necessarily get rich. You don't necessarily have the glamorous life, but you definitely going to have to answer to the toll you put on your body at some point.
Yeah. Can only imagine.
So, from the police on, bomb, Columbus, Ohio airport, off to Charlotte, another mile run to an E-gate again, because it was a bigger plane.
Oh,
you couldn't stay on a small plane coming to Columbus, like when I went to Columbus, but put me on a bigger plane, put me in the big gate, the C gate this time. Then I had to get all the way to E again to get on for my Charleston flight. So I made it to Charleston and pretty much went straight to the venue. Pretty much, I stopped for a half hour at the house. I stayed at Mary Sue and Joe's house. Old school championship wrestling, great company, great place, great people, great place to work. And always got to see Lodi. I don't know if you remember Lodi from The Flock. Lodi's such a great guy. It's always good when I see Lodi. But it was outside at a beach. It was an outside show at a beach. I think I sent you pictures. So it was rock and roll at the beach. I think they had a band and everything. The band was good, but they drew well too. So it was another packed thing for as best it could be on the beach, where they had all the chairs filled in and all the decks, and anywhere that somebody could be standing to watch the show at that place, there was somebody standing there, or sitting there. So it was another good show. So I did that show, and then of course it was another 2:50. Wake up in the morning, get to the airport by 4 a.m. to get home here tomorrow. So that was my weekend. So I had 3 shots, 3 different states. Not so much sleep that Monday. Then I went and taught class last night, and we have another girl training. I don't think I can say her name yet. She's got to get out a couple contracts. She's a fighter, but got another MMA fighter in there other than Paige. Got a different one.
They seem to keep coming.
The Cubana, this one, a nice Cuban American
see?
girl. You should be friends with her. You guys seem to get along good.
Yeah.
She's cool. Looks like she has a lot of talent. So I don't know. Seems like I'm training MMA women now to become professional wrestlers, sports entertainers. But hey, to each their own. They're coachable. They're talented. They seem to have good attitudes. Hell, they've been getting their ass kicked. They're kicking somebody's ass their whole life. So imagine they're be used to my abrupt and grumpy self. So
Probably.
yeah,
Right now,
they'll be all right with me. So that was my weekend, and I don't know. I probably ate up 5 hours talking about my weekend. 5 minutes wishing everybody happy Passover and Good Friday and Easter. Like 5 hours about police and lights and Robert Gibson, Rock and Roll Express, woo-hoo. And no, that's No Limit Soldier. Hootie hoo. You know anything about Master P? No, I didn't think you would. You even older than Master P? He has the House of Glory. He owns House of Glory.
You do mention him a lot.
God, I love Master P. I'm a No Limit Soldier. That's all I told you. Come on now. Dirty South. Well, I'll educate you on that on the way to the hospital today. We're going to go to the hospital. We're going to stop by, go to see the old Snake Master, Buddha Dean, Jeff Gardner today.
Yeah.
See how he's doing. Drop by and visit him, and then suppose we'll hit the gym and then hit the school for another 4 or 5 o'clock session and on to 10 o'clock tonight. Banging and banging. Want some, get some.
Bad enough take some.
That's it. 24/7. It's not just an attitude.
It's a lifestyle.
Hell yeah, and then some. That's what you gotta do. That's all we know. That's what we're gonna do. That's why we're saying No Limit Soldier. That's Master P. Same thing, man. What he's saying, just different words, right? Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Don't start none, won't be none. Never mind. Take you all the way back to the drama days. Lay, right. Get on up, get on up, get on up. Oh, Marge. Lay. No, drama.
I mean,
You've heard it in the school,
yeah,
right? I play it, yeah. But y'all, anybody out there know anything about drama? Probably not. It's probably way ahead of y'all's time. That's some early. I like drama, but my 350, my Chevy.
You should be a rapper.
No. I get canceled for sure. Everybody will cancel me. Every culture, every nation will cancel me. I have no allies. I have to go to Switzerland. I have to go over to Switzerland and find neutral territory and be like, and drink cocoa, Swiss cocoa, and ski or something. And wear white little furry suits and stuff. I don't know.
Do you like cocoa?
I do. But I think I like the girls in the white furry suits that drink the cocoa. No, I like cocoa. Cocoa's good with some marshmallows on it. No. When it's cool out and it's cold. But we're in Florida. We don't no need for cocoa, just coffee. 7-7, thank you, Raymond. He's got his coffee right now. His coffee's dialed in now. The motor on is dialed in. Took about a year, but it's dialed in now.
I don't know. It's been over a year.
Never knew.
No, for Raymond, it's been like, I don't know how long is this? What, 45 episodes now?
This is
8-9 months.
Yeah, I don't know however long it takes. I mean, some of them we did 2 in a week, but for a couple 3 weeks there, something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I can't count. I can't add.
a while. It's been a while.
And then some. So why don't you tell me about so CCW, hometown, home team,
CCW.
but down in Homestead, Miami Brewing.
Yeah. Miami
What was the
Brewing
name of that
Company.
show? What did they call it? The Rock and the Bash Rock, or no, the Bash is where I was.
Saturday Night Slam.
Saturday Night Slam. Sounds like a roller skating days. Couples only. Yeah, they're couples only. Couples only to the floor. Couple skate.
Did you ever go to one of those?
Well, I've done some overnight skates. 24-hour skates. No, but I was cool. Like I didn't skate. I just hung out by the pinball machines and all that, and act like I was a tough kid.
But you were there.
One of the baddies. Well, I was there trying to mack on some little honeybees. Wasn't happening.
Is that what they were called?
No, I don't know what to call them. I don't know. They weren't called Betties then. I don't know what they were called. They just fine ass girls. I don't know what you called them. They just said, "Oh, that girl." I was shy. I didn't talk to many girls when I was younger.
They all come. They all come.
I mean, when I say I'm younger, I mean younger. Like I was already a father at 15. But when I mean younger, I was like 9 and 10 and 11 at these all night skates, thinking about that stuff, and I shouldn't have thought about it because then I would have been having babies so quick. There was too much of that on my mind. That's not healthy. But yeah, I did some all night skates. Yeah, I liked it, but I would go back and forth. So I get my parents to drop me off, and then I would sneak across. It was in Crystal Lake, Florida, so Pompano. Over there, I'll show you. I've showed you the lakes before. Every time I ride by there, you probably just don't hear me anymore. And I do it to your mom too. I go, "Oh, there's the all night skate. That's the first time I got my ass whooped right over there." Like. But I held my own. I always tell the story, but I don't think neither one of you listen to me anymore because it's just like, you're just probably like, this guy with another story. Like, oh, crap.
I listen.
And I go, do you know what I mean? And you guys go, yeah. I'm thinking they didn't listen to me at all.
I listen, but I just didn't retain it.
And then I'll always say, man, and I bring the sad story up, a kid that drowned in the weeds over there. I said, so, and you got to be careful because the weeds get around your feet, when you swim in those rock quarries and stuff. Like, yeah. Well, whatever. Crystal Lake, all night skates. So I would sneak it. My parents dropped me off, say you're going to be there all night. So, of course you're there. You're trying to, like, if you have a girlfriend. I don't think I had any at that time. I was always trying to, I always had my eye on a couple girls that they used to wear these little corduroy pants, have the big comb or the brush in their back pocket, and they're like, that's so 80s and shit, early 80s. But I'd go over there and I would talk to them, but then I would like sneak out and go across the road over to the lakeside, the other side, but it'd be all like these 19 and 20, all these guys driving and drinking beer, and kind of like the scene in now I can't think of the movie for the life of me.
What's it about?
Dazed and Confused.
Oh, okay.
Where they're all having a kegger party and stuff. So I'd sneak over that, but I was like the young, like considered nerd, probably kid trying to sneak over there at like 11 years old, trying to hang out with these 18, 19-year-olds and stuff. Like, what's up? I don't smoke weed or anything like that, but I would drink. I'd try to get on that beer, and then one of them tried to beat me up. Or he did beat me up, and then they ended up fighting. Like 3 of them got beat up. I get a black eye and everything, and then after all that skirmish, I'd hang out with them because they thought like, oh, well, you could take an ass whooping. So hang out with them. But then I'd sneak back over before the sun came up, because your parents can come like at 8 o'clock to pick you up or so, or whatever it was back from the all night skate. Then trying to make up some stupid story how I crashed on the roller skate and get my eye on the ground because I had a black eye. They just look at you like, or whatever.
Like, if you say so.
But
we,
huh?
All night skates. Overnight skating? What
you talking about? You never been on all night skate?
No.
And then when they got there, they go couples only, and they play like some slow music from like Staying Alive or something. I don't know, like ABBA, Dancing Queen or something. Dancing Queen. No, they would have all night skates. They'd drop you off at like 8 at night and pick you up at like 8 in the morning. All night skate. Yeah, you just hang out at the skating rinks, and it was cool. They had music, pinball machines, pool table, all that. Popcorn, food, pizza, yeah, all that good stuff.
So no sleeping. I'm assuming.
So like, really, your parents like had to trust you a little bit, but they want a night to themselves. They just drop your ass off at all night skate. Yeah, you can go. We can go have our they can go do whatever parents did. Or if they still did that at a certain age, I don't know. I'm realizing at 53, I'm not doing as much as I like to drink so in my head. But now your mom's fault, my fault, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Now the whole world knows. Damn it all, she's gonna kill me.
And
you don't gotta cut it out.
And she doesn't miss an episode, so.
Oh, she watches every episode loyally. So, like, I don't know. How do we get off, like, where you?
So my weekend.
Yes.
CCW.
CCW, home team, hometown.
Yeah.
Miami Springs Brewing Company. Is that what it's called?
No, not Springs. I think it's just Miami.
Brewing Company. Yeah. But it's in Homestead. Way down there, out in the.
It was the first time.
So got a winery and a brewery there, right?
Yeah.
It's really cool. I wrestled there once.
This time they had a little flea market outside. Mom was so happy because like. I don't know. I get excited at flea markets. No, it's not. No. Because they
candles and soap.
Because they have cool stuff, and they have like cool jewelry, and she got like a.
This flea market had nothing to do with wrestling. Right?
No, but there was a cool flea market. Okay. But I worked Naomi, Kylan King, and.
Oh, she said her real name.
I'm sorry.
It's Naomi. All right.
It's Naomi King though, so.
True. And then that other guy that shoots pictures for spring training baseball, it looks like that Seymour guy, the actor. His last name's King, too. There's not a lot of Kings out there. Kings. Actual names of Kings.
I didn't know her actual name.
It was Rodney King, but that didn't go good.
I didn't
go good for him at all. His whole life didn't go good. Then he ended up in a pool. Did he die in a pool, too? Like, that's not good. I don't want the last name King. Got beat by the police and then ended up. No. But there's Kings. That's not like that's not a common last name, is it?
No, I didn't know that was her actual last name until like a month ago.
No, but it's
cool. I've known her for years. So.
But no, all right. So you wrestled Kylan King?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It went well. We always work pretty well together.
Okay.
She definitely beat my ass, but it's all good. It's all good.
So, how'd the rest of the show go before I go to my shows?
To your shows. The rest of the show was good. There's just a lot of matches. They have so many.
How could be a lot of matches? You're gonna have 8 matches. How many matches is there?
Well,
the show 8 max. How many was it?
So I was supposed to be 5th. And I ended up being like 10th or something.
10.
It had to be something like that.
How? Because
it was a 3-hour show. They added like
They wanted a 3-hour show.
Yeah,
the bar one or the brewery or whatever.
I'm not sure. Maybe the brewery because Nelio came back and changed everything and said they needed another hour. So they added up a couple matches and then they prolonged the time for a lot of the matches. I am
so glad that I did the Hialeah one. It's a 2-hour show of action-packed action, minute for minute. 3 hours is be stressed the hell out in that locker room. But especially like because you're trying to be respectful and not leave before the show ends. But be honest, I bolted before the show ended on Friday in my at the Hialeah unbranded brewing.
We had a super
I had an early flight, yeah, and I still didn't get to bed till almost 1:00 and got up at 2:50. So, oh man, my tummy. Raymond, did you do something to my coffee? Oh man, sorry everybody. Raymond's got my stomach upset here.
Do you remember your shows?
Yeah, I don't think you want me to remember my shows.
Okay.
All right. So, Miss Ana Blanca Diaz, what's going on with you and your wrestling?
Okay. What do you mean?
Well,
to elaborate on that question.
Well, you seem to be questioning yourself. And a lot of people do is they're trying to figure their way in professional wrestling. You've done it. You're only what? How old are you? 21 now?
Yep.
Wow, you're young. I'm gonna go. All right. So 21. Wow.
I don't feel young. I feel like, I don't know.
Well, you had 5 brain surgeries. You've been training to wrestle since you're like 14. So wrestling years are like dog years. So add them to 7. So you're like really like 50 or something.
Whoa.
And grizzled. Wow. I'm just saying wrestling years are like dog years.
You're aging me quick.
So September will be 35 years for me. So put 35 times 7, and that's how old I really am, my vampire years. So
you had a calculator out for that? Okay,
and so... Huh?
So
245.
So like ancient. I mean, wrestling really ages you, and training. And I think training will age you more than wrestling running a school if you're actively and you're still doing the same things that the students are doing, because you get a new set of students each time, then they go off and then they just start wrestling shows where you are doing repetitively the same movements and teaching the same movements and doing the same thing over and over, which is really, really harder on your body. And so to be a trainer, and what you do, you help, and I consider you one, it's hard on your body. So, 7 years, you're going to be aging. You're going to age like dog years or whatever it is. Like wrestling years, dog years, however you want to look at it, you're older. So, of course you feel older. But you feel like you've hit a wall. And the reason I know this is because you've mentioned something to me, and then I was talking to somebody last night that said, Mijo, please don't tell her that I said this, but please don't say nothing. But Anna was asking me about what no, who calls me Mijo?
Oh, yeah, I already know who you're talking about.
It's like, she called me or texted me, and she's asking, what do I need to do? What do I change up? And this and this and that. So what are you feeling? What are you feeling as a young person trying to make it in wrestling? Does it bother you? Let me ask you this. Does it bother you when you see WWE, for example, flies a girl in that's never wrestled a day in her life because she has 800,000 followers and she's a professional MMA fighter, and offer her a chance to go get trained and you're going to get a camp, and you know that you've put in since 15 to 21, how many years is that?
Six.
6 years into this industry and trying to work, and then you don't get a glance. Does that bother you?
I mean, how is it not supposed to bother me?
Why is it not supposed to bother you?
Yeah.
Is that part of the reason why you're feeling frustrated, or are you just trying to figure like you hit a wall with your gear, your look, your style, or your approach?
Just kind of hit a wall overall, I think. I think I was questioning at the show. I was questioning my choice of my gear and look as well. So it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that. Just because I see other girls that were a little more out there, I'll say, with their appearance, which isn't necessarily my style. Like it's something I wouldn't feel even comfortable wearing.
You know what my favorite Michael Jackson song is?
No.
You know I love some Michael Jackson. I had it on all day yesterday in school.
You had it on little. Yeah,
Wow.
you left me with Michael Jackson as if I liked it.
Hey, don't you dare diss MJ. My favorite Michael Jackson song, and I'm going to give this to you, and I'm going to help you with this, all right? I hope it helps you. My favorite song. Raymond, you know my favorite Michael Jackson song?
No, but you about to tell me.
Yeah, I'm going to tell the whole world. What do you think it is?
Shit, not black and white.
Oh, God, yeah, but that's a good song. But,
They don't really care about us.
no. Oh, no, that's never.
These are some titles. The titles like draw you in.
Man in the Mirror.
Oh.
You got to change. You got to start with yourself, right? You're looking at the man in the mirror. You want change. You want to change. You got to look. It's you. The answer is not anywhere else. It's in the mirror when you're brushing your teeth in the morning. That's where that change starts. You got to look in there, okay? And that's where you got to look. You're looking, and you got to answer, am I happy with who I am? Am I happy with the path I'm on? Am I happy with what I'm doing? If you go like, I can be, then you got to figure out how to change yourself to make you be 100%. Yeah, I'm good. It starts with the man in the mirror. Every changed woman in the mirror, man in the mirror. Every change starts there. You got to look in there, and you got to be honest and real with yourself, and then go from there. Because there were so many years that I couldn't even look in the mirror. When I brushed my teeth, I wouldn't even look up. Didn't like who I was, what I'm doing. And there's been times that I've done that now, but when I do it now and I'm questioning it, I go, what am I going to do to change? What am I going to do to make myself better? What am I going to do that I can live with myself? I don't give a shit about, no offense, Raymond, or anybody else, what people think about me, this and this and that. What am I going to do to make myself better? I'd be a better person and be happy with myself. How am I going to make myself happy? All right, there's casualties with everything, but are there casualties your problem? No, you got to start with yourself. The change starts within you. All right, so you got to look, and you got to try to find what's going to make you happy then. and then things are going to come easier. But then when it comes to like wrestling and stuff like that, I think Twilight gave you good advice. Start with some fresh gear that fits your body better, that's where your body's at now. It suits you more, right? Like its color stands out because a lot of it's about presentation and look. You got a new haircut. You're carrying that new attitude with the hair and your lines and stuff. So get some gear that goes with that. Either, however it is. It can still be camouflage. I don't think he likes camouflage, but camouflage could be good. But I mean, I don't know, investigating that. But really change starts in the mirror. Like, that song's probably one of my favorite songs, Man in the Mirror. I'll play it for you on the way to the hospital today.
I've heard it before.
Okay, wow.
Maybe refresher to play it again would help.
You know Michael Jackson. I see. I'm such a I'm gonna get off you because it got deep and I see you got quiet and the wheels are clicking in your head over there. And I'm not gonna throw you under the bus and the wheels go round and round because we got enough buses to stop at our school. Good God, I wish a full bus would stop at the school, not one of those half buses all the time. But man, Lord Almighty, but the wheels go round and round. We're going to get off this bus, and then where was I going now? I was going somewhere.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah, I like some Michael Jackson. So you know that, I love Michael Jackson because, I teach my reversals and whips from Michael Jackson. To beat it. Yes. I teach you how to do,
and it makes perfect sense,
whips
too.
And everything to beat it, yeah?
It does.
I'll put it on, I'll explain it, I show the video, and next thing you know, everybody in the class has a tremendous reversal off the ropes. Yeah. And that's where my reversal came from. They go, well, why do you have such a unique reversal, Gangrel? And I'll be like, you ever watch the video Beat It? And they go, yeah. I go, wow. Go watch it and get back to me again. And they still don't go, and then I go, all right. And then I show them, and I go, oh. And the next thing you know, everybody's doing a great reversal. Or a unique reversal. I mean, but, you know, wrestling's a violent ballet. It is a violent ballet with a lot of intent and facial and energy. You know, you're not necessarily going to stab each other like the Beat It video was trying, but...
No, I'd hope not.
But whatever. MJ's under a lot of controversy. Some people, I don't even going to go into conspiracy things. They say that his death was faked, and so he could get out of the Hollywood world because the whole family had their dad. So we can get into all this craziness. I'm not in this craziness. We could say, and maybe none of that craziness existed, and he really did some of the things he was accused of. I don't know. But his music's awesome. Unlike Gary Glitter, that was actually busted, like, doing petty things. Like,
who is Gary Glitter, and is that his real name?
Gary Glitter. You know who Gary Glitter is, right?
No.
He used to play all his music at all the games. Okay. Oh, gosh. I don't know. Well, I'll play it. But people that know. Now, he went to prison for things with minors, got out, and did it again and went back to prison. Like he couldn't learn a lesson.
How did he get out? Did you finish his time, or?
Did time for, like, child pornography, different things like that. Like, bad things. This isn't in England.
I think I hear him playing something.
Yeah. Everybody knows that. It's in every, like, football movie and everything. It hits, right? But, like, people tried to... Some people blocked it, and then it was in one of the movies, a current movie. It was in a current movie a few years back, and people raised some hell about it because of his history and stuff. Because, he was convicted, tried and convicted on that crap. So, proven guilty. So, and then did it again. Like, so,
You think you'd learn your lesson?
I don't know if they can help it. I don't know. I'm not defending them. I just don't know. I don't know. You watch enough SVU? Did anybody in SVU seem like they could help it? They never seemed sorry about it. They just said they couldn't help it, right? I mean, right? They never said, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I molested these young people." They did this.
Some people, they say that they couldn't help it, or like, but they'll spin it to some ridiculous story that
you know what's great about wrestling on weekends? I decompress from SVU, but you know what I end up finding myself doing in the middle of the night when I can't sleep? It's always on the road in a hotel. SVU,
it's a great
or
show.
Friends.
It's a great show. Yeah. Friends was on last night.
Friends is a lot cheerier, and Seinfeld's cheerier than SVU. SVU is just rape.
So Friends was on last night when we get to the hotel, and I'm just like, oh, you want to watch Friends? Because it was like a marathon. It's going to be like good either way because you've seen all the episodes.
Now, let me clarify. Her and Juan had to go to a hotel because their house is being tinted for term night. So they get put in a hotel, whatever. So that's not me and her in a hotel. Gone.
Yeah.
So, it's clarifying after the Michael Jackson, Gary Glitter, and all this other stuff. So want to just make this clear?
Oh, so I was like,
she is 21, but still.
I was like, why don't we put on Friends? And he's like, I'm not a Friends guy. And I'm just like...
Was that a deal breaker? Did you almost break up with him right there?
You know what? I was thinking about it. Yeah. No, but like, who doesn't like Friends?
I know you like Friends. You can quote everything. Raymond just raised his hand over there.
You
hate that show? Why? Because there's no black guys on it? Or... Is there any black guys on that show?
No.
There is not, is there?
Not even extra.
Not yet.
Not even an extra.
No? Not even in the background at the coffee shop, huh? No.
No.
Look at Friends a whole different way now. Never even thought about it. What about Seinfeld? Same thing, right?
I don't even know.
Seinfeld?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't watch Seinfeld.
Now Martin's one of my favorite shows. I love Martin.
But why don't you like it?
It's corny. I can't relate to that life.
Hanging out in a coffee shop?
Well, I can't eat. I can't.
A nerd? Yeah, it's funny. I find it hard to believe. You're kind of like, I don't want to say you're Urkel, but you're more like Stefan crossed with her. Like,
I don't know.
Hey, guys! I'm Stefan. You ever watch? No, what was it? Family Matt? What was it called? Family Matt? Yeah, Stephen Urkel. Stefan.
Yeah, no, I've seen.
Stefan was his.
No, I've seen commercials with him in it. Like they promote the show,
like,
but I've never seen it.
Anna! Like some crazy crap. I don't know how he talks like that. Oh, well, it's good, Urkel. I like this. Good.
No, I've never seen it.
Well, I also like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I also like Martin Lawrence show. And
Fresh Prince is pretty good.
Because I always liked how Martin would pick on Gina's head, but I thought Gina was hot though.
But who was hot? Why do you marry?
Yo, you gonna ask what? The other girl, or Gina?
Yeah.
You asked me that before, I think, privately. Yeah, you weirdo. I said the other one had a better body, but Gina's
Well,
personality.
he wants to
was better.
see if your answer is going to be different now that people are listening.
And then what was the other guy? Brother Man and come downstairs. Brother Man just show up. Martin to come out, and Brother Man be coming out of his toilet and stuff. Hey, Martin. Like, we like, Brother Man, what? He just coming through the window out the balcony. Because, like in New York or wherever they was. I'm not sure where that show is based out of. Detroit. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, Motor City. Yeah, that makes sense. They had the fire escapes, and Brother Man just come in off the fire escape, use his bathroom, eat his food, take his toilet paper, whatever. Whatever Brother Man didn't have, Brother Man went and got from Martin. Hey, Brother Man was big though, so much Martin can do with Brother Man. Martin might pull out, what? Like he go do some karate or something on Brother Man, but it ain't gonna happen. Brother Man beat Martin's ass. That's all to it. But Tommy was big. Tommy was Tommy come in, but then they had Cockroach. Now, Cockroach came off, he was on the Cosby Show. He was like on Cosby, old Pudding Time Bill. He got in some trouble too. He just got out of jail not too long ago, though. I mean, for free Bill Cosby, I guess. It's not good.
I'm officially
He got out.
lost in this conversation.
Oh, no, he raped a lot of women. He was a bad man. He did some bad things. I mean, I guess it was proven, so yeah, I don't know though. You watch SVU and they convict innocent people, but I don't think Bill Cosby is innocent.
What?
No.
Oh wait, yeah. They have.
Yeah, he went to jail for a while, but he's really old now, right? I don't know, but I guess he would date rape people. Supposedly, he put stuff in their drink and then take advantage of them in the not locker rooms, in the dressing rooms or the green rooms, or whatever.
No.
Would you point at me, Raymond? What?
It's your opinion before we get to the box.
My opinion. This is Raymond's asking me. This is my opinion. What is my opinion?
We didn't talk about the Will Smith, Chris Rock slap.
Am I supposed to talk about the Will Smith, Chris Rock slap? Just
Just
because the whole world, everybody else talked about it?
Didn't we talk about
You trying to
it?
get me off Bill Cosby? You upset with Uncle Bill? Is he your uncle or something? You related to old
Is
Bill
he your
Cosby?
uncle?
Uncle Bill?
Nah.
He didn't touch you, did he?
No.
Okay, all right. You ain't pretty enough, I guess. Because all the girls he did was pretty. He messed them up. He put drugs in there. He's a bad man. What about Chris Rock, Will Smith slap?
Who side you think the Will deserves all this bad?
Well, I don't think you. Okay, I'm like, all right. So now, I don't think Will Smith should be allowed to not be punished for it, because a common person with no money would be in jail. You have some charges like a mofo. A calm person be in jail. He still be sitting in handcuffs trying to put some money in my commissary. Like, send some money. I'm getting swole on bread and water. He be singing F the police. Common man be all upset because he be in jail, He be calling out for Ice Cube for some justice. Ice Cube! Back me up, man.
Ice Cube?
NWA days. Ice Cube, yeah. Don't tell me you don't. I've already had to explain to the Bulgarian Ice Cube and Ice T, and he did not believe that. He didn't believe they were rappers.
I thought you meant Ice T.
No, Ice T's your SVU guy, but he's body count rap. I like Ice T too, but no, Ice Cube. NWA. Meadow so confused the Bulgarian about he's like, Ice Cube, Ice Cube,
like an ice cube.
I go the rapper Ice Cube. He goes, oh, I thought it was like ice drink. And no, I got this iced tea. He's like, oh, I'm so confused. But, Chris Rock, I think they're both wrong. I think every person my age, 50 or up, would say, hell yeah, Will Smith should have slapped the hell out of him, because, they'd have been like, hey, man, you shouldn't talk shit about dude's wife, and got what you got. But it's a new generation. You go to jail over that, but Will Smith didn't. They didn't even ask him to leave because he's ultra famous, and they don't even know what to do because he slapped it. And they're like, "What do we do?"
You should treat.
Never had to kick Will Smith out of a show. But that'd have been you, Raymond, who went up there and slapped Chris Rock on Jada Pickett's behalf. You've been kicked out and beat up, put in jail, and probably took you back and let Chris Rock beat on you, pee on you. You got knocked the fuck out, man. That's what would have happened. You did it, right? I'm just saying.
But don't you think
you would have been mauled by security? You'd have been kicked. You'd have been beat down. You'd ended up with a broken rib, trying to breathe. That rib through your lung crushed.
Don't you think they should treat him like they would have treated anybody else?
I think he should have got in trouble, because I think for a regular person, or even myself, just as my statue went up there and smacked Chris Rock, I'd still be in jail. Still be in jail. Do I think he was? I take. Chris Rock should never busted no joke about it. If his wife's because of health or whatever, that hair loss, whatever with the hair You know, that's a cheap shot. He's a better comedian than that, than to pick on people. Just like when I tell you when you're wrestling, cheap heat. It's cheap heat.
Yeah.
It's easy to pick on a heavier set person or a handicapped person and try to get the crowd hot at you. That's just cheap heat. If you have talent, you can do it through your work and other ways to get aroused from a crowd. That's just basically cheap heat. And to me, that's cheap heat. He took a cheap shot. Cheap heat. And Will went up there and took his shot because he felt... I thought I saw Will Smith laugh at first, and Jada Pinkett probably said, "Oh, you think that's funny?
Yes,
You think that's funny? You go get cut off again. I'm going to go back and see that rapper again, you know." Ha ha! Will's like, all right. I'm going to go up there and Ali this motherfucker. Like, wow. I played Ali. He didn't swing like Ali, though. I don't know how Muhammad Ali swing. It was kind of like, that was kind of like Stephen Urkel. But I think Chris Rock took a cheap shot, cheap heat, and Will went up there and responded out of emotion, whether it was because his wife got upset or whether he was truly upset. Circumstantial and situational. And that's what happened. I think they're both wrong. I think they're both wrong. That's all. I don't got to side in it because I think they're both wrong. Why are you kicking the box? Is it time for the box? Do you think that's your opinion? Do you think Anna should have kicked what's in the box, the Pandora's box?
It was an accident.
You have a spastic reaction.
I was just...
Like somebody hit your reflexor because you kicked the shit out of that box over. It's halfway across the room. Now you got to bend over, crawl to pick that thing up. Because I'm gonna say, "What's in the box?" Now let's go to the box. Is that your transition? Don't drop that box. You got to put that square head zombie looking slam buddy down, which you can get at Bits and Buttons. I have a bunch sitting there in mine. I need to bring to when I work a local show. Maybe I'll go pick it up when I'm at Port St. Lucie on the 22nd. We're gonna check out 5-2 and a no DQ for CCW. That's Port St. Lucie. So all you Port St. Lucie people in your Treasure Coast, I'll see you there, or be square or whatever.
No, don't be square. Square is like
Raymond.
Isn't square. What? Raymond's a square.
Woo! He's a technical guy. It doesn't make him square. He's just techie. Techie.
Nerdy.
What's in the
Geeky.
box? Yeah. Let me do the what's in the box. All right, I did the what's in the box. We're good. I'm tired. Let's go.
Do you want to do it again?
No. You already kicked the shit out of that box. That box has had enough.
I was trying.
Now that box will file a case against me.
I was trying against you.
I'll file a case against you for assault. Like, oh.
I was trying to stretch my leg.
You didn't like what was in the box already, you know? Did you write that box with Raymond?
No, but somebody else did because there's better handwriting.
Oh. He took classes over the weekend, he said. Control your narrative.
Thank you. This is from Matt Talavera.
I thought you were going to say Taliban. I was like, what the hell? Like, Raymond, what's these loaded questions? Come on. Talavera. Matt. What's up, Matt? How are you, Matt? Hey, Matt.
Do you have any more Samoan?
Thank you. You said
Samoan stories. You spent a lot of time with them, and I always love to hear them.
Well, no, I could tell you, they just lots and lots of Samoan stories that come up. Like I just mentioned Jacob Fatu. I'm not saying Jacob. I can tell you that I blame the Samoans for my weight gain when I went up to 300 pounds.
Oh, I already know it.
Right. Because they put mayonnaise on everything, right? If you ever met a real Samoan, they call mayonnaise Samoan steroids. Like, they all get big on that mayonnaise. They have me eating mayonnaise on rice, mayonnaise on scrambled eggs. Ew. I would put mayonnaise, of course, on Spam and Spam musubi. Mayonnaise, Spam. You ever had Spam in a can?
No.
Oh, yeah. Mayonnaise. Now I don't eat any mayonnaise, but when I was hanging out with them, I went up to 305 pounds. And I blame the drinking. That didn't help either. But it was that damn mayonnaise. But, gosh, I got so many Samoan stories. Right now, though, I can tell you that they're doing well. I think they had a show this weekend. But Knox Pro is alive and well, kicking with a strong heartbeat out there in California with Rikishi and Count to California and the Black Pearl. They're doing well. So Knox Pro, if you're going to be a professional wrestler, you get out there, go see them. And they got a lot of great things and a lot of events going on. So that's right there in Southern California, LA area. So yeah, go check that out. But I'll tell some more. One day I'll just come in and tell a bunch of Samoan stories. But Matt's probably upset. But Matt, all I'm going to say is to stay away from the mayonnaise. You're going to end up looking get that Rikishi backing that ass up. But like, I can tell you, I'll tell you a Samoan story. You want, I'm going to tell one? I'll tell one. What the hell? All right. So there's Rikishi. Everybody knows him as Rikishi, right? But he was also in a tag team called the Head Shrinkers. And they also, prior to that, before the Head Shrinkers, they were called the SST. All right. So And I think I probably told the pineapple one on here before, or they would cut the pineapple, they'd bust the pineapple. Yeah, I don't know. I told that on here before. Here, I told them, all right, so I'm going to move on to, all right, so let's get past SST, and let's go to the WWF years where they were the head shrinkers, right? So I had my first tryout at the for WWF as Vampire Warrior or whatever. So I was in Memphis or whatever. So this is like, no, I wasn't in Memphis yet. I wasn't in Memphis yet. So this is like 91 or 92, whatever. I have a tryout as Vampire Warrior, which, whatever. So I go up there and I did a tryout. It didn't go so well. Whatever reasons, like I think I pinned myself. They told me to go over in the match. The first spot in, I always call the matches in the ring. I was on my back when the guy covered me, and I was calling the next spot, and the referee fast counted, and there was Mike McGurk was there, and like she says I kicked out. I know I kicked out because I realized the fast count was coming on because they were playing a rib on me. Like I think The Office, because Luna was like, oh, I'll give him a tryout, whatever. It always worked against me. Everybody thought it worked for me. Luna taught me so much about wrestling, which tremendously helped me. But trying to get into WWE, it worked against me. WWF, because she was always raising hell, always in trouble, always being disciplined. So it was a fast count, but I kicked out. Whatever. Nevertheless, the story. It didn't go my way. I was supposed to win that match, and I didn't. And, I sold it, moved on, and everything. But later that night, the head shrinkers, the great Samu, Anawai, and Rikishi, Fatu. So they're cousins, but they're a tag team, which everybody knows them as. I go out with them. So, I'm feeling a little down. They're like, come on, Vampire, whatever. And I don't drink tequila. This is why I don't drink tequila now. This is why I don't drink tequila. They have bottles of tequila. And they have bottles of tequila and just take a handful of pills. Here, take this and more tequila. Like, I don't know how many bottles of tequila went down. And I don't know how many pills I took because I didn't take pills. So I didn't even know what pills were. I was just taking them because for one, I felt a little down about the tryout. For two, I felt cool. I was hanging out with the head shrinkers, like, oh, I've come here. I'm hanging out with the head shrinkers. And it went on all night. And then the next morning comes along, and this is Alpha. See, now I've already had a relationship with Alpha, but it's cool. So I've known Alpha. Alpha, he comes banging at my, hey, you had a flight to kick. Now, I think we were in like Scranton. We were in some airport. It was a really small airport, so it was a very limited flights. And he's like, get up. I know you were out with them last night. He was very angry for me hanging out with them, because they're bad men. They're bad boys. They do bad things, hard to have a hard time controlling him, but he was going to stop me before I got any bad habits with him. So he drags me to the airport. Let's go. You got to go. And he was looking out for me, and I love him. He's always looked out for me. And he drags me in the airport, and we get on a plane. So not only did my tryout go bad, right? Like, they did not go my way, So I get on the plane. It turns out it's like a small plane with like 12 seats. To leave there, pretty much a private plane. Guess who's sitting on that plane?
Them too?
Vince McMahon. And I am reeking of a bar and tequila, and I'm like, Office like, sit up, keep your posture there. Don't look that way. Because I am so messed up. Like, maybe 3 bottles of tequila, 4, I don't know, and all these other pills. I don't even know what I was taking, because I knew nothing about them. I was like, they were kind of like breaking me in. Hey, you want to play with the big boys, But then Uncle Alpha Pop's come and got me. Like, whoa, so I heat with Pop. So I sit on that plane. I remember being on there, and then it's probably why it took me so long to get a job. Alpha takes me out. He walks me by my ear. He had me by my ear like a little kid, and walks me to the next gate. You, girl, put him on plane. To the lady at the counter, get him home now. She just looked at me. I was so hurt and hello. But what is she gonna say? No to this big Samoan dragging me by my ear. So she does. She gets me on the plane, and I get on the plane, and I go home. I don't know how I got home to the apartment, but I know. I know I went there and died, right? I went in there. I didn't know how many days passed. I say like a week, but I don't really think it was a week. I think like 2 more days passed, and then Luna came home off the road because they were on the road, right? She opened the door, and I remember she was going, because I was starting to feel a little bit better. Then I was still in one spot. I never left. I never even got up and went to the restroom. I was still in that spot. She got up, and she came in, and I remember hearing her. She was like, she started gagging because the apartment smelled nothing but like tequila and death, like just sweating. So apparently what happened is I just had alcohol poisoning. I don't know how I didn't die. I guess I should have died. Like I laid there for 2 days, one spot, never used the restroom, never just sitting there sweating in the tequila. That's why to this day I laugh about it when I ask Samoan stories. It's the first thing I think about that. But I'm dear friends with Rikishi Jr. and all. And I love the great Samu. But like you learn some hard lessons in Alpha. I learned that he loves me beyond in all means. He truly does love me because he could have left me to the wolves. But Pops Alpha, he took care of me, and then I ended up running the school in '93 for a while. I ran a school and all that. So yeah, I got a lot of history, but that was like my first like interaction socially with like Rikishi and Samu, or it had been Fatu and Samu at the time, the head shrinkers, right? So to this day, when somebody opens tequila, or Billy Fives when he goes and orders it, if I even get a whiff of that smell, it twists my spine and like, oh, it's just I by the grace of God, like God was looking out for me. That's all I can tell you is why I didn't die, because like I just laid in there like it was horrible, like but yeah. So all right, moving on. Let's get off the subject. I'm feeling a little nauseous and like just thinking about that because it was really bad. But I laugh about it now. But I was like, it was probably a rib on their part. Like, they probably were never even drinking the shit. It was just probably me, the whole time. Because I've done that to other people later that are real annoying and bother me trying to hang out. Yeah, sure, we'll get another drink. And I'd set my order. I just get drunk and then go away. But they had a good time. They got a good memory. But I think they tried to kill me. Or I tried to kill myself, I suppose, because I didn't go down. They just kept moving and moving and moving. And then, but Alpha, I love Alpha. Alpha got me home. But probably took me a while to get a job between that tryout and that tryout match and not getting on the plane smelling and looking like that. I'm sure Vincent Kennedy McMahon was like, and who is this guy? Well, whatever. Yeah. That was a long time ago. Long time ago.
This is from
in a universe far.
This is from Silent Outlaw.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? I haven't heard from you in a while, or have we?
I don't think so.
Yeah, all right. What's up?
Who's the smelliest wrestler you've ever wrestled, and do you have Haku stories?
Well, Haku. I don't have any Haku stories. He's always been nice to me. I was never there when he ripped somebody's eye out or bit their face off or kicked their heads off or anything like that. But there's a lot of Haku stories, but none that I could personally speak upon that I was there in presence of that kind of nature. Besides, he was just a great human being and so kind and very nice to all the women in wrestling. Always kind to the ladies that are wrestling. He always looked out for the women. All the Islanders have. What was the other one? Who's the smelliest wrestler? Jesus. Hey, there's a lot of smelly wrestlers. We can start with Jerry Swirls the other day, and he told me that was because he was Jewish, and I said I'm married to a Jewish woman, and she didn't smell like that. And there's Jewish guys in our school that don't smell like that, so I'm gonna write that up as just funk. He goes, "It's my man juice smell." Like I'm like, what?
It's man juice.
But Swirls was up there. Old Jerry Swirls is up there. He's probably gonna cry now that I said that. But I told him in person that day too. And then I said, "Well, it really wasn't that bad." Because it's my man funk. I'm Jewish. I'm like, I've known a lot of Jewish people, and I'm married to a Jewish woman, and nobody smells like that. And I think they take offense that he said that. I think the whole Jewish nation should go stomp him. Like, well, I mean, he's trying to like blame his people for something that, and I don't believe it because I have not experienced anybody being funky Jewish other than that cat. And he's trying to blame it on that, and that's not the case. I think it's just him. I think it's just him, or how he eats, or maybe the fact that he didn't wash his gear, or doesn't own deodorant, or he said he put deodorant on. I asked him. He's gonna cry, isn't he? Because he listens to all this stuff.
What
this
kind?
I don't know. Kind of don't work. You better change it up. Well, I mean, I experienced with deodorant. I a lot will give me rashes now. I stick with one particular brand, and it's hard to find all the time. But I just wear one brand because it works. Can even skip a day, but I don't. I don't want to take that chance and find out because I don't want anybody talking about me on a podcast somewhere. When somebody asks him who's the most smelliest guy you ever wrestled, I don't want him to go, Gangrel by far. He smelled like garlic and ass. And he's a vampire, so I don't get the garlic part. But the ass, well, just wash it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not picking on Mr. Swirls, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
I could name some other people, but I'm not going to because it's like then I'm gonna have to fight people.
We wouldn't want that. This is from Frank Bungle.
Bungs.
Hey Gangrel, with your experience as a teacher, what would you say to is the easiest thing for your students to learn, and what is something they struggle with most? This goes to you too, Anna.
I'm gonna say the easiest thing and what they struggle with the most is respect.
Wow.
It's respect. Easiest thing, they get it. It's within you. It's your nature, human nature, how you're raised and everything. Respected, and sometimes it's they don't know when to show respect and when to apply it and not apply it. It's tough. That's just one of those double-edged things. It's the easiest and it's the toughest. I can go on for days trying to explain it. I'm not going to, but I just want you to think about it. It's the easiest and the toughest. So I fielded that quick off a skip and a hop and threw them out at first. Go Yankees! I'm a Florida boy, but I am a Yankees fan now by marriage. By marriage. But no, I didn't have a team. I mean, I did. The Seattle Mariners, all the way in Seattle. But there was no Marlins here when I was watching. Just because the Marlins come along now, I'm gonna be a Marlins fan and throw away all I know. I was a Mariners, but then, we don't say that now. It's Yankees now. Yankees lost. They won the 2-3 series. 2-3. They got 2 out of 3 in a series with Boston. So yeah, go on. So go ahead. Your turn.
Easiest thing. I don't think any of it's easy.
If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Although it looks like half the world's doing it, they're not.
Yeah,
they're not. Even though people just made it easier for other people to get into it without proper training. But if it was anything was easy about it, the whole world would be doing it. There's nothing easy about it. So that's why people. That's a big illusion. They think, and they show up at wrestling schools. You know, they think they can just put their whatever controller down, whatever you guys play the video games with, put their little marijuana cigarette down, and go. I'm a professional wrestler. I'm gonna go be a wrestler. It don't work like that. I mean, you can order shit on infomercials in the middle of the night. That works like that. You can order that. But you can't order a wrestling career overnight. You like to be a professional wrestler. A lot of hard work and discipline. And I think that's why, I'm sorry to cut you off. I think that's why WWE is like skipping past all this because they're giving up hope on that. And they've gone to, like the question I asked you earlier, to find people that are been professional athletes or competitive athletes their whole life from the young age of 8 up into their 20s, early 20s, or teens or early 20s, because they're coachable, they have discipline, and they have drive, and they understand the effort of putting in hard work and doing it. And then plus, I think they like to also, I hate to say it, but like brainwash them to their system. Not that it's brainwash, but program them to their system, because if they go wrestle somewhere for 10 years, they're going to have their own ideas on what they think's right and wrong, which I think you need, because I think you need different variety and characters and different people, where people label WWE as cookie cutter like and type of everybody's kind of the same, but that's what they want. But I get why they're going after athletes that were competitive athletes their whole life through college and whatnot, because I get it when you teach, they're very coachable and it makes you feel like you're making progress and you're doing good in the world. But who's to say you're not doing good with somebody comes off the street that's all heart and they work through it? Because many people come in off the street in the past, worked through it, and became some of the biggest superstars there are. So, yeah, I don't know. Back to you. I'm sorry.
The hardest thing, I would say, I guess.
It's this podcast.
That too.
Yeah, go on.
I guess getting frustrated too easily, maybe.
So patience.
Yeah.
teaching patience. There's nothing easy about it. Everything is hard. It's just whether you enjoy it or not. It's whether you want it or not. So it's definitely a lot of hard work and takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, and a lot of commitment. So, but if you are thinking about becoming a professional wrestler, you can come down to CCW, Coastal Championship Wrestling, CCW Training Facility. You look it up on Instagram. Or you can just write me and I'll direct you the right way, because we're always enrolling students and giving people the opportunity to chase their dream, despite what WWE is doing and how they're hiring and everything else. But there is AEW, there's New Japan, there is MLW, which I'm busy with MLW. There's also, what's it called now? Impact. There's still Impact. There's still lots of wrestling out there all around the world, and enough for every boy and girl. So come on down. Want some, get some. Bad enough, take some. That's CCW, Coastal Championship Wrestling. Go on.
You should do commercials.
I got to plug the school once in a while. They're going to fire me for some things.
This is from King K-Jack.
Oh man, we just said King wasn't a power word, but maybe that's a first name. So King K-Jack?
Yeah.
King K-Jack.
I wanted to know how far ahead do wrestlers know their thank you. Their schedules. Back when you were in WWE, did you know weeks or months ahead of time where you would be performing?
A month, 3 weeks. I think like on a Monday, a month out, we would get the next month's booking sheets, what towns and we were going to be at, this and this and that. Maybe a couple months ahead, you would know if you're doing an overseas tour. Maybe you wouldn't. There was A team, B team. Some people would or not. A lot of times you knew maybe a couple months out if you're doing an overseas tour, but it was just like another booking. So a lot of times it would just fall into that calendar, So yeah, you knew about a month out, you'd get your next week's schedule. It was a month, you get your flights and they'd hand you back then. They just handed you a Federal Express. Sometimes it came to your house, but usually they handed to your TV. Hepner or somebody would give you the thing and have your tickets in it and what towns you're in. You just move on and go on. Line up your rides with the rest of your guys. Oh, I'm here too. You're here. All right. Well, we'll travel together that loop. A lot of times you stay with the same guys on all the different loops. So, yeah, about a month. That was in there. Now as an independent wrestler, if he didn't ask about it, but I'll tell you, it's just I'm pretty much 3 months. 3 months I know all my towns. Like, if you look at my phone, I'm booked all the way up through the summer, and then but now actually my fall's booking up to October, November. That's all filling in. Just waiting for MLW to give me my second half of the year dates so I don't double book stuff, but I'm going to have to start taking some dates because I'm passing on too many because they just keep coming and coming. If you pass on too many, people start thinking you're not wrestling anymore. So, which is not the case because I'm in the ring Monday through Thursday and I'm wrestling Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's it. It's not just an attitude.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. That's it. How many questions are in that box? I mean, I got to go to the hospital.
There's
one more. All right, here we go.
Last one.
No, I'm messing with him, but I was like, damn, he really did load that box up today. I'm looking, it's deep in there. I see.
Well, there was this one and there's two more.
We're probably like that because we gotta. I gotta. Well, yeah, go on. What's up?
This is from Starks Forever. If you had to move to one of the two locations, which would you choose and why? England or Japan?
Ooh, I love Japan. But that's really, really far away. It's really far away, and I don't eat fish, but they have a lot of rice and chicken and stuff like that. I love Japan, I really do. But work is limited in Japan, and to get the flights out of there, so it would come down to the work, like flights and stuff like that. Now, England, you got 3 major airports there, 3. Heathrow and Gatwick, and you can go up to Manchester, which are all internationals, and you can get flights right back to the States to do other things, and it's only it's like 5 hours one way, like 7-8 hours the other way, or maybe 9 tops, depending upon the headwinds. So UK. Plus, I have a lot. I would definitely. It'd be the UK. I have a lot of friends in the UK. There's a lot of work in the UK. You can work all the time. If I was to move over there, I would work probably almost every day of the week at some point. There's a lot of wrestling over there. Now that they've opened back up. COVID, it was dead and quiet. Not their choice, the world. But definitely the UK. And I mean, I spent for like 18, 19 years, I spent 6 months out of the year. I do 3 months, come home, do 3 months. So I'm definitely comfortable over there. Fit in, have routines. I know where the gyms are. Lots of friends. Definitely the UK. 100% UK. Although I do like Japan, I miss Japan, but I haven't been back to Japan since '98. So I would love to go back to Japan, even on a vacation or a trip, but rather go wrestle, make money. But hey, I love Japan. But I guess that's it. You put the box down, so I guess you took that note. Yeah, you took me serious. Okay, all right. No, that's good because we gotta go anyways. And speaking on going, thank you everybody. It's episode 45 with Faggot Man with Gangrel and Ana Blanca Diaz, ABD. Want some?
Get some.
Bad enough.
Take some.
See ya. Happy holidays and celebrations and Easter and Passover, and Good Fridays.
All that stuff.
Take care. Peace. Bye.